This tree has a terrible lean towards the house and it needs to be trimmed back aggressively. Finally decided to challenge this tree to a duel. Today's duel will not be your typical Hollywood-style duel, in that I will be the only one that possesses weapons, but that's not to say that the tree isn't completely defenseless. The defense of the tree is literally the strength of its own branches, which will suspend my life via a rope. But we'll just see how things go. But my weapons of choice consist of my MS-193, big shot slingshot, some rope, and some tree climbing gear. And perhaps a hard hat for you safety sallies out there. So, let's get this battle going. So my pull line has been set up over the branch that I want to pull these ropes over now. Traditionally I'm one for what's called SRT, single rope technique, and that's basically using a single piece of rope to ascend up into the canopy, which I will be utilizing, but this time I'm actually going to be pulling up two lines. The black line is going to be my lifeline. That's going to be the line that my harness is going to be attached to and the line that I'm going to be ascending on. And this orange line is going to act as a 2-point stabilizer because I don't completely trust the branch up there. So after I set up this orange line, I'm going to tie it down to 2 lower points on the ground, and that should in turn stabilize the branch that my life rope is going to be right over. So what I need to do now is I need to attach these 2 ropes to my pull line. So first thing, I need to remove my shot weight, and then from there I'm just going to make a series of clove hitches and half hitches, which will in turn grip these 2 ropes, and then I'll pull on the other side of this pull line, and then those 2 ropes will go right up over the branch that I shot up over. First knot, clove hitch, then let's see, I have 3 half hitches. That should pull right up over that branch. So if you look straight ahead, follow this orange line, you'll see it comes to right about here. And from that point I have the orange line looped over twice to create some friction, so that way when I pull down on the orange stabilizing line this way and this way, it kind of locks the branch in and it doesn't slide back and forth as much. Quick point to note upon, this orange line is only for rigging and stabilizing. It is not a lifeline. You never want to mix your lifeline with your rigging / stabilizing line. So my lifeline is that black line that drops down right there. So again, that orange stabilizing line gets looped up in that notch, and then it comes down to this point right here, which this is a bit redneck. This isn't completely appropriate, but it'll do me just fine for today. So to apply tension to this stabilizing line, I've used simply a ratchet strap, and that's wrapped around the trunk twice to create some friction. Obviously, this isn't ideal, but it'll do for today. I have a butterfly knot, which a butterfly is a multi-directional knot. And then I just have that orange stabilizing line backed up with a clove hitch and then a quick safety knot. And here's my second stabilizing line. Comes down to this tree right here, again wrapped twice around the base. Butterfly knot, and then a safety backup knot in case the ratchet strap were to fail. Then I have my black lifeline. Comes down to the base of the tree, and as you can see, the base of this tree kind of expands upward like a funnel. So I have a clove hitch tied down here with the backup knot, and then the tail is tied off to the second tree over here. I would have liked to perform a tensionless hitch up in that notch, but I already pre-tensioned the stabilizing line, so I wasn't really able to pull the rope up over the branch anymore, so I just sufficed with a clove hitch. I think we're ready to go climbing.
Yeah, am I hauling you up?
Following me up?
Hauling you.
I wish. Whee! I need to get over there somehow. It's almost like I need to get a rope up over that way. I wonder if I could have you guys pull me. There we go. Alright, well, I'm in position, kinda. Alright, you ready? Okay, here it comes. Beautiful. Everybody stand clear. I'm gonna make the first cut. I'm gonna tie it off, then I'll make the back cut. You gotta make this a good bit tighter. Alright, here we go. Beautiful. Alright, it's starting to go. I kind of want it to go slowly so it doesn't scratch the house. I should have made my hinge wider, that's the problem. Woo! Alright, here we go. Beautiful. I'd call that a pretty productive day. Got the main limb out of there that I wanted to get out of there. I would have kept going. I actually climbed back up to the top where the rope initially was, which was somewhere in that notch. And I climbed up there and you can see these two branches. I wanted to trim them off, but then I'd be trimming up over my head. And then the question was, do I want to have them tethered to a rope? And the answer was likely yes. I did want to have them tethered, but I was just concerned that after I cut them, when they fall and they hinge off the tree, it shocks the whole system a bit. And even though they're smaller branches, I mean, when you have 50 pounds, that's got to fall, 10 feet or so. That 50 pounds could easily turn into, 200-pound shock load. So that was just a little bit more than what I was comfortable with. That probably would have been fine, but we'll save that for another day. Try and re-strategize here, but mission accomplished.